Greetings, viewers, and you know who you are, as well as people around you who are not people and who are doppelgangers, what have you, earthlings, what have you, artificial intelligences, what have you, trolls,
Reptiles.
robotics, reptilians, Anunnakis, whatever the fuck you got. I'm glad to see you here. We're going to have fun today, and it's 2025. In the year 25, I've waited a long time to sing this. In the year 2525, if a man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may find Drea de Matteo. Hi.
Oh my God, that's a really good intro.
This is the year 2525 to have you here.
Yeah, I don't know if this woman is going to survive. I'm a birthing machine. I know my place. Just a birthing machine.
Welcome to the Roseanne Barr Podcast.
Welcome to the Roseanne Barr Podcast.
Oh, you see, my patience is growing thin.
Are you ever
Hello.
Hello.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy you're here. I love you too.
This is a long time
that
we tried to be here, and I'm happy to be here.
I love everything you do. I watch it all and go. I wanted to ask you, are you ever surprised and sit back and go, it's a wonder I survived? Do you ever have that feeling?
I can't believe I survived this week and that I'm even here in these fucking fires. I mean, God bless everybody that's going through hell right now, but we're still on alert here.
I know.
And I can't even believe we booked over here. There were 3 masked men on Mulholland just now trying to set the mountain on fire again. So yes, I can't believe I'm here.
What the fuck are they doing to our California? Aren't they just trying to burn it down to get all the money they can out of it and then build those Sino factory homes that are the
15-minute city?
Yeah.
You mean like Gavin Newsom's LA 2.0?
Yeah.
What does that even fucking mean?
That's what it means, the 15-minute city.
Why would he say that? His speech.
He's not even a person.
Let's start with the fucking speech.
What about the AI where he's going like this? And then we will go, which is exactly what Kamala did and Obama did too, with the hands. And then we will consolidate, and then we will remunerate, and then it's like fucking a robot.
They're not even fucking Italians, and they're fucking doing things like they're the fucking mafia. Come on. I mean, it's a lot of nerves.
His family is. Listen, the Tommy D'Alessandro,
right,
in Baltimore, that's the
right.
Pelosi family, and he's her nephew.
And if we're gonna get down into the deep,
that's what I wanted to say
of it.
Do you think they'd ever do a show like not the Sopranos, but the Pelosi's?
The real Italians that are behind everything.
Yeah.
The real mafia. I mean, if we really want to go deep and not have your show canceled, maybe we should just talk about the Orsini family. I won't do that. I'm not even going to go there. I don't know enough anyway. It's another rabbit hole.
No, it is a rabbit hole. And what about the, what's their name? It starts with a P. The something family that was...
Borgia.
Huh?
With the Borgias and the Abandonaccis.
Yeah, some of them. But these here came over after the domain, the French guy came over and they changed their name and went to Louisiana, and it isn't... they built the railroads. They still own most of America.
Carnegie?
No, it starts with a P. Anyway, I'll look it up.
I'll look it up.
They're they're French royalty.
The Europeans, and I know they always talk about the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, but I definitely think that behind those two familiar names and faces, there is a deep-set Italian cabal that hailed from the Roman Empire.
Of course it's Rome. It's Pax Romana. I would love to read about that my whole life. But what about these cowards that can never bring themselves to say that? But they're more than happy to go around blaming all the little guys.
I mean, they're going to blame that. I mean, listen, I don't know anything about all these fire chiefs and all of this sort of stuff, but I almost felt bad for the fire chief this week with the whole, I mean, the lady's kind of trying to tell the truth about some stuff here. And now she's going to be the fall guy. I think Karen Bass is going to be the next fall guy, even though she's what she is. I mean, not we all. I mean, I'm sure your audience knows already the deep insanity over Karen Bass and her numerous trips. Forget about Ghana, but her trips to Cuba and all of that sort of stuff. But they're just all going to take the fall for Gavin Newsom. He's so protected. He is so protected. And it's so unfair. But I guess a lot of people who lost their homes just now, they put him in office. And this is a really, in July, I was told to get out of California. They told me that by July 14th, something was going to pop off of the coast of San Diego.
All right, let's be real. Doing laundry sucks. Those heavy detergent jugs, spills everywhere, and all of those chemicals that you don't really need. But Earth Breeze has changed the game with their detergent sheets. It's like a dryer sheet, but for your washer. Just toss it in and walk away. You get a powerfully clean load without the unnecessary chemicals. It's hypoallergenic too, so no irritation, no itching. I'm a big believer in making life easier, and Earth Breeze keeps it simple. So here's the deal. Go to earthbreeze.com/Roseanne for 40% off with your subscription. If you don't love it, they'll give you your money back. No questions.
40% off and no question asked return. It's worth trying.
So go to earthbreeze.com/Roseanne if you want 40% off with your subscription. Trust me, once you try Earth Breeze, you will never go back.
Then they told me I was fine and I was safe. I thought I'd have to fly back to New York. I was to LA because I was in New York.
Who's they?
Them.
Just them.
Okay.
The people. You know, the people.
Yeah.
And it was a combination of different intel, for real. It was, there's a lot of people from different places.
That's how I go too. I get a lot of
I'm sure
people.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then
a lot
when
of
it matches, okay, I move.
But
right?
still, I was in denial. They told me that I was fine, but that I had to be out by January 1st. Without a doubt, January 1st. And I said, but my family's here. My life is here. I just saved my home out of a foreclosure after the first fucking PSYOP situation. I can't, my home is so special to me. I've lost every family member, but there was nothing like losing your place, your sanctuary, your home. That was a very, it's not to say that I was okay losing human life, but to be in the midst, I was losing one of my moms. I had two moms. I was losing one of my moms while I was in foreclosure in my house. And then my real mom died right after. So the house was everything to me. So losing it into a foreclosure over insurance companies. A lot of it had to do with the insurance companies and the mortgage companies. And then today, of course, I was like, who owns my mortgage now? And I'm like, no, that's not right. And I look up that company. Who owns the company that they're saying just bought that company, that just bought that company, that just bought that company? And then when I was done, I was like, that's the answer I wanted. And of course, it was BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street. Yeah. And they, and I have we're not really insured for much anymore. I was paying $100,000 in insurance for fire.
And they canceled before the fires?
AIG pulled out 2 years ago. When they pulled out, and I said to everyone I know, something's coming to LA. Something's coming. Mm-hmm. There's going to be massive fires. There's going to be huge fires, and they're going to be controlled fires. They're going to be real fires, the way I've been saying for a while now. This is a controlled demolition of the country. They're going to start with the bookends of America when they really get ramped up. They've slowly been deteriorating all the cities, but when they really ramp up, especially if Trump gets in office, there's going to be a mad rush to destroy everything and leave him with that.
Well, I think that is what they're doing. Like, January 6th, look at that. Look at, what did we get January 6th? That's a big day, isn't it?
It's good. You're good.
Are those the choppers? That's the,
It's the gardener. Yeah, and that's the fence.
let's just keep it in with the
Yeah.
theme of what's happening. It's the
mic's
choppers.
It's not picking up. You're good.
But
You mean January 6th,
The insurrection.
way back? Or
yeah,
this
the
January
2020.
6th?
What happened? You know,
Yeah.
what happened January 6th, 20? Was it 2021?
January
Yeah.
2021. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or, you know, what happened, and then here's the election after that. And I just loved, this was my greatest quote that I read. It said, "Too bad, liberals. If you had just let Trump win in 2020 instead of stealing the election like you did, he'd just be leaving office now."
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and you probably could have won with your shit. Your
Yeah.
fucking rigged up shit. I cannot believe people they can't fathom how evil those people are.
No.
They and them.
Mhm.
They cannot fathom it.
I think that they're so concentrated. I've been listening. You know who Schellenberger is?
Mhm.
I don't.
Michael
Schellenberger,
yeah, he's
you
great.
would know who he is if you heard. You probably have seen him on social media and stuff. I
Twitter
think he was one of the ones that Elon Musk brought in, right, with
no,
Matt
he's
Taibbi.
great. He's actually, we're going to get him.
He's
Great.
been breaking this whole thing down, and he's been talking about something that's so friggin' important. I've been saying this about LA for a while, or even just about the whole liberal movement. I can still consider myself a liberal, but I think I got to hang my liberal hat up now.
Yeah, I
And-
mean, I had the same questions with myself, but I became comfortable saying populist.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that. And what was the other word that, listen, I don't even care anymore.
I like patriot,
I'm a patriot. I don't even care. I mean, people call us white nationalists all day
Yeah.
because of our clothing brand. And I'm like, and because we went again, and I'm like, no, we're punk rockers. We're the hippies, or the, not the psyop hippie. We're the real hippie who really gives a fuck about, all of the movements and the
We
peace
are
and the
so
love.
totally fucking punk rock.
Yes.
That's what people don't fucking get yet.
No. And they all unfollowed me and they're all mad at me. I'm like, clearly you are a fucking anarchist, but not the kind of anarchist you want to be.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, you want to hurt people. You
Yeah.
want to see your family and friends annihilated. Like, what the fuck kind of thinking is this?
I call that an anal anarchist.
Yes.
They had bad potty training. It's all about that.
The
Really.
parents that let the kids run amok
Yeah.
and tell them they could do anything they fucking want to do. And now look at them, a bunch of spoiled little fucking brats that are like, no, I'm still a Democrat. Hold on, I didn't read anything about anything. I just know that I'm a Democrat because I'm a Democrat and I'm just a Democrat. And that's it. It's like, shut the fuck up. Being a Democrat means that you're out of your fucking mind now.
Yeah.
It means
you're
wanna
repulsive.
hurt people.
It means the shit you care about is fucking repulsive
I
to
know.
humanity and all.
Yes.
It's a goddamn, whatchamacallit? It's a, what did you say about my car? It's a violation of humanity. You don't remember anything.
I mean,
She has a Tesla.
oh, you do?
What did Schellenberger say? Sorry,
Oh,
I
well,
wanted
the
to hear that.
Schellenberger thing, and this is the thing that I think, like, even Republicans, whatever, conservatives, Democrats, I think all the titles just need to go away at
Yeah.
this point because
They don't mean shit.
we're in a spiritual war. I mean,
Yeah.
you know that.
I
more
know.
than
I say there's
anybody.
two kinds of people. Those who think I'm funny and those who don't. That's the two
I think you're fucking real funny. Oh my God, when you showed up with the Jimmy Dore thing with the QAnon hat, I was dying. Oh my God. Meanwhile, I because you love the big red hat, I had to bring you a big red
Oh
hat.
my God,
nice.
thank you.
You need the ultra free hat.
Oh yeah, ultra free.
Yeah,
oh,
those
shit,
are your hats.
thank you.
But don't mess up your hair. Do
Okay.
not put it
That's
on
the-
right
Channel
now.
will not
Is that the
allow
one
me
they're
to
Do
saying?
not
my
do
head.
that. Do
I
not
will,
do
though.
it. These are
Thank
for
you.
you to have for
Thank you.
later.
So
Third day.
you,
Schellenberger, I'll tell you real quick.
Yeah.
I think, and it's not so much that he's been talking about it, but I noticed because he's all over the place right now,
Yeah.
doing tons of interviews, and it came on the radio, it came on in my house, and he's talking about nihilism.
yeah,
And
it is that.
yes, and he's talking about and I relate it to the kids. I mean, I know that the adults
Mhm.
are going through this, all these female, white, fucking 50-year-old women, virtue signaling
Mhm.
psychopaths.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the self-hatred
Mhm.
that has been conditioned into America is it's I think that at some point, and I know I can't even form sentences because I've been running from fires for the past 3 days,
Yeah. But we
that
know what you
I'm
mean.
all over the place. But
We know what you mean. I mean, people have been,
no
they're under mind
confidence.
control program
Mhm.
that's against, they can't see what's right in front of their face, yet they do know everything about that queen over there, 9,000 miles away on that little island,
Right.
and what all her stuff's about. But they can't see that their husband's fucking their daughter right there every night in the house. They can't see none of that. They can't.
Yeah.
And they're
No, there's-
self-righteous about it too.
The self-righteousness is a big problem. I feel like there's not enough righteous people anymore. And it is like this, like even the fire chief, I was telling Heidi on the way here, she hadn't seen the video. Maybe has she seen it, Jake? Of the,
Where she
I don't know if
blamed
she's black or Hispanic. The fire chief, she's not a chief. I don't know.
the
she's
lesbian one.
The lesbian
Yeah.
lady. But no, Crowley seems cool.
Yeah.
Crowley seems
She
like
was the one that
she's
said that she wasn't supported. They did.
The
She got
one-
fired, right?
the one who said the thing about, people want to see their own kind if they're being rescued from a fire. First
Oh,
of
yeah.
all,
Not true.
you get stuck in a fucking situation
No,
like
you
that. You
don't.
don't give a fuck who you see. You just
Yeah,
want to
no
see human
shit.
life that wants to help you.
The last thing I'd want to see is diabetic, hairy Jews
Yeah, no
come
thank
to help me out with bad hips and all kind of things.
Exactly. Yeah. No, don't send it. I might want to see the Ginzos come in, but if I were a Jewish man, I doubt I would want to see my Jewish friends come in to save me in the fire. He'd be like, "Wait a second, I need to put some rubber gloves on. Hold on a minute." The Italians might be like, where's the pickaxe? You don't got a gun, whatever. But she made this comment like, if your husband got stuck in the wrong place, well, then that's
Right.
not my problem.
I
Like,
know.
he got stuck in the wrong place, basically. I don't know what the hell she said, but when I saw it, I was like, no, people are doing this to create drama on Instagram. Like, this cannot be real. No woman was,
Right.
especially a lesbian, like the gay community is compassionate, right? Like no human being would say that. And she said that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
because
real.
they're off the fucking charts. They're all off their fucking meds and on their hormones, doing their fucking transitional,
that
whatever
stuff's
the
not
fuck
great.
they're doing. They went whack. Like I said, I put my ass on the line to help the GLBTQ plus CIA plus CAA
Yeah.
plus whatchamacallit? Yeah, DEI plus M16 plus Mossad plus Saudi Arabia plus
Oh my
Switzerland.
God, it's totally
I put
all
my
of it.
ass on the line for them, and they're like, the truth is, I didn't want to face it, though I knew it was true. Drea.
What would you?
When I was a leftist, my sister was a lesbian, and all we did was go to the lesbian covens as Democrats. Every Democrat woman was in a lesbian witch coven, and I went to all of them, including the ones out here. That's why I know this town is run by lesbian witches and their covens. Girl, it's true. I know right where they're. You'll laugh, but it's true.
Really?
Yes.
It's true. You're pretty open-minded.
Wait, Sharon Stone's a lesbian?
I didn't hear that.
I don't know if she's a lesbian, but she goes to the lesbian witch cauldron, whatchamacallit, coven. If they're not in the lesbian witch coven,
I'm dying.
they don't work. Well, she doesn't work. Are the globalists gearing up for a pandemic scare after failing at the ballot box in November? Just weeks or days before President Trump's inauguration, California Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a bird flu state of emergency, granting himself sweeping powers reminiscent of COVID-19 policies. This comes after a severe case of HSN1 bird flu was reported in Louisiana. Dr. McCullough urges early prevention just in case, recommending a contagion emergency kit from the wellness company. His medical board approved solution with 5 critical life-saving medications: ivermectin, Tamiflu, a nebulizer, and hydroxychloroquine. Every household can now have access to these hard-to-get medications in the event of another pandemic. Get yours by filling out a digital intake form, and your kit arrives in 1 to 2 weeks. Don't wait till the deep state puts their plans into action. Stay ready for the unexpected. Head to twc.help/RB and use the code RB to save $32 off plus free shipping. U.S. residents only.
Oh, you
So
mean like
maybe
Ellen
she's not-
DeGeneres
Yeah.
and
Oh, she's in the cover.
oh no,
there.
I mean I know that
Yeah.
story is a
It's
little,
like-
that story gets a little jumpy.
I know,
It's a little jumpy, that one.
Oh,
Are you
I
into
know.
the Wilson?
Oh,
Is that what you're talking about?
yeah.
You're
Yeah,
one of
She
we
those.
likes
all
to
know.
wear the sweatshirt too.
She
Forget
loves
about
it.
having
She
the
does.
girls dress up in the fucking big costumes. But what was I saw that on Instagram today? Actually,
Really? What was
she was
it?
dressed. Who was she dressed like on that episode where she had Rebel Wilson come out and the Wilson? First of all,
I didn't see
I
that.
don't
The
know what you're
real-
talking about.
she was dressed like a woman. she was dressed like Beyonce or
Ellen
something.
was in drag?
She was in total. Ellen was in fucking drag.
Really?
She was.
I didn't see
And I
that.
was
I'm gonna
like,
look
you know,
this
because I
up.
can't see. I'm so old. I'm like going like this to the phone, but I'm like, she has huge fucking tits and her hair is parted in the middle, and I mean, she was like me. I was like, she might look like Shakira or some shit right now.
Oh yeah, this.
Yeah, that's her, right? I didn't know if it was
Yeah.
her.
Can you see it?
Oh, that's all
Wow,
fake.
She looks
I bet
good.
that's-
she looks
Well, we're
good.
gonna have to look at it.
I mean, those are not her boobs.
Do you think Portia likes that?
No, because Portia's getting a divorce offer.
Oh, she is.
Just like Anne Heche got a divorce offer
Yeah.
too.
So
Ooh.
Portia's
But I don't
What
gonna.
think
happened
her
to
and
Anne
Anne
Heche
Heche
after
was
that?
married.
Remember Anne Heche in the stretcher?
Yeah, but
Poor
she
Anne
didn't
Heche.
survive.
She had just-
What
Well,
the
she's
hell?
moving.
She
in the
had just
stretcher.
went to I like going. She had just went just because it's such bad English.
Oh,
But she had just gone to lunch with Ellen.
that day,
Yeah.
the day that she died in the car accident.
Yeah. and then-
Allegedly. We're
yeah,
back on
allegedly, I think
Really?
they say that's what I read in the what is that news source?
YouTube. RealRawNews.com.
RealRawNews.com.
Did her DJ also just have lunch with her before he went to his
Oh,
hotel?
yeah.
That's another
Twitch,
fucking
yeah.
weird story.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
Sad shit.
You know, him and the
Sad.
chef, I think.
Canoeing out in Martha's Vineyard. That chef you're talking about?
Barack's chef.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Barry's chef.
I
So
mean,
good we're
there's a-
back on
There's
YouTube.
a lot of there's a lot
How
of
much do you
no
think
can
Obama's
do.
behind the fires here?
Huh?
Do you think these are Obama's fires?
Oh my God, are you going to ask me that? Listen, I do think that Obama is Swiss.
Swiss.
Yeah, he's covert Swiss because they've been trying all these years to get a Swiss in. Because they had Hoover,
This
whose
is a
name
deep
was
one.
She's
Hoover.
on the Swiss. Yeah, it's above Jews. It's the Swiss.
Yeah.
We'll open you up.
The
to
Jews
that.
No.
work
I'm
for
with
the
you. I
Swiss.
followed my daughter to
the
Switzerland recently
Rothschilds,
for
they
a very
work
specific
for the
reason.
Swiss.
Yeah. The
They work
Swiss
for
is
the
Okay.
Swiss.
the tippy top.
Everybody works for the
Okay.
Swiss. For the Bank of
Okay.
International Settlements, the central bank of all central banks.
Yes.
And it's right next to CERN, where they're trying to call up all the demons and shit.
Oh, I know all about that.
You do?
Well, I know
Oh,
this.
my God. What
My
do you know?
daughter was going to Israel for her class trip. And 2 days before October 7th, was
Yeah.
the 7th,
Mhm.
they called off the trip, which was weird because the trip was in January, but they still called it off at that point. She switched to Germany and Switzerland. And I'm like, okay. And I knew wherever she's going, I have to go because I've never left my kids out of my sight. And she's a teenager, but I was still like, I don't care. All the other parents were letting their kids go, but I was like, that's great. You're going to go and you're going to feel independent. And mommy will be in business class and I'll be at some 5-star hotel
That's what
somewhere
I do,
else,
right?
and you'll
Yeah.
never see me.
Right.
Except when they take you to the fucking CERN. And she never saw me, but when they took her to the CERN, I went into every room behind her. She never saw me. literally behind her in every room. I was like, if this child is slipping into another fucking dimension while we're here, I'm going with her. And it was also while Davos was in session. And I was like, I don't want her in Switzerland at this time
Yeah.
when all of these motherfuckers are here.
That's the seat
And-
of Satan.
Yeah, and
Home of the
she's
devil.
this gothic little creature. She's this
How
Christian
old?
goth. She just turned 17. And I was like, if anything should happen, I have
Mhm.
to. And now she's supposed to go to China in 2 days. So we were all going to China. And I didn't want to go.
Oh, that's
And my
cool.
boyfriend put his foot down and he said, I'm not going. I'm going to talk, because her dad would be the one to say, let her go. Let her go. And we canceled the whole trip. So she's not allowed to go to China now.
No, she's
In
Good.
2 days. But back to being in Switzerland, I put myself in all these nice hotels and stuff. It was right after I got myself out of foreclosure and I had a tiny bit of money, and I was like, I'm just going to do this for me and my son, because I brought my son and my boyfriend, and we're going to have this nice trip. We all ended up getting very sick at this hotel Bergenstock.
where's
And-
that now?
That is in Lucerne,
Okay,
which is
okay,
where
okay.
they moved the Davos summit from Geneva during COVID to have their big summit
Mhm.
about COVID.
Yeah.
So I sat in that place. Like,
Shit, girl.
we were really sick, and we were all just like, oh my God, like this is where they all came together and pulled the biggest motherfucking number on America since 9/11.
And I knew Bob Iger was there. He was there in Davos. And I was
Wow.
like, I don't want to go back on ABC. But, my co-owner, my slave master, Tom Warner, he said, no, we own your ass and you have to go back on ABC. And I knew it wasn't going to be good because he had been to Davos. Bob
Really?
Iger, sitting there in a fucking limo going, the fucking head of Mickey Mouse going to Davos.
Yeah.
I mean, that says something.
All of them are there. And nope. And it's always on my birthday,
It is.
January 19.
Oh, it's coming up.
Always on my freaking birthday. And I'm like, means something to me. COVID-19. 19 is my number.
Wow.
9/11 backwards, 119. I'm always just like, even with these fires, the other day, I was like, come on, I'm not leaving here. This is crazy. As much as everyone told me to get out, and they told me crazy stuff about what was going to happen and why and how.
Did it happen?
I mean, yes, we're in the middle of explosive
Yeah.
destruction, and the water is becoming contaminated. And that was one of the things they told me would happen, that it would not be an act of God, but that this place would eventually either break off from the country,
Mm-hmm.
and then another time I had heard that a lot of it could end up underground,
Yeah,
underwater.
I heard that too.
I know those are like old kind of conspiracies and prophecies.
Well, they said
and
the
things, but
earthquake could, sink it.
yeah. Well, yeah, people always see the Golden Gate Bridge in that sort of imagery there, but this situation, the water and the grid are just so easily. It's so easy to just get rid of it here, in a way.
Absolutely.
It's just so simple and easy. I feel like.
I think their whole thing that they're planning for us, they've been planning a long time, and
Me too.
they can do it they do it by steps, so everybody gets used to it, and they just do it steadily and slowly, and then they.
Yeah, everybody's talking about the negligence, and I'm like, are you kidding? I see this as absolute precision.
Yeah.
On their part.
It's pure
too.
fucking RICO, for one thing. I think the American people should sue the government for fucking RICO. Christ, we're paying for them to fucking use crime against us to try to get rid of us, to make us pay for their fucking crimes.
It's insane.
It's beyond crazy.
How's everyone going to pay tax right now? Really? We're all expected to pay our taxes?
Mhm.
Is that really what the fuck is going on here? You work for us. And now we got to pay you to do a job for us that you're never going to fucking do? I don't understand it anymore. I mean, it's not fair.
It's not fair to go, we're going to let everybody come in and loot and steal whatever they can from you. But, then we're going to, and then just to show you how much we loathe you, we're going to bring people from other countries and give them free health care and give their kids free education just because we fucking loathe you that fucking bad. You know why? Because you're deplorable. Why are you deplorable? Because you're not edumacated. You ain't
No, it's
edumacated
just because-
as to how, fucking Marx would run some shit around here. He's nothing but a fucking criminal, fucking Marx. It's nothing but destruction of private property. It
never
Antifa.
works. It never fucking works. The idea, because I have young kids that are like, well, because, all kids think, oh, the communist idea. We want to have a commune one day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yes, I get it. Like, yes, it sounds fantastic. It never fucking works.
Never.
There is always some scumbag at the top that's going to monopolize everything, and you're all going to be his
Fucking
motherfucking
no
slaves,
shit. No shit.
Capitalist all the way.
Yeah.
It's like meritocracy. Show me how good you are at something and you'll get the fucking job. I don't care what color your skin is. I
Yeah.
don't care how fucking poor you are.
I don't care
If you're
about your
great at
stupid
something,
fucking
let's go.
excuses and your goddamn fat mouth bullshit. Do something.
Yeah.
God damn it, I'm so sick of everybody.
Let's fucking run for office of California.
Let's do
And
it.
here's the thing. I don't want to move. Like everyone's telling me to move. I love this place. I'm a real New Yorker and I hated it here forever. I was like, this ain't New York. This ain't New York. And then in the pandemic, I was like, this place is paradise. The fact that I wasn't stuck in New York City in that pandemic and with a barcode system, which is what they did.
I remember.
They talk about this place being bad. We still had fucking freedom because we had our homes and backyards.
Yeah, New York went full fucking commie.
Barcodes.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Full
visit my
fucking
mother.
Chinese commie bullshit.
Exactly. Insane. That's the other reason why I didn't go to China. I was like, oh, I'm on some fucking watch list. I'm not going there. I'm going to have my face screened for every neighborhood I walk into. Fuck that shit. So yeah, New York was way worse than here for sure. But here they just give you the illusion. Well, the whole fucking world just gives you the illusion now that we're free, but we're not really. We're like living in some fucking Truman Show right now.
No shit. And Newsom is selling every fucking thing that ain't nailed down. He sold our harbors. I think they're going to try to work on breaking California off the continent
I do
and
too.
then just have it float right out to China.
Oh, you mean
and hook up.
physically break
Do you
it off?
want to hear what I heard?
Yes, please.
Oh boy, what?
You wanna
This
hear?
is all alleged YouTube, but
This
Uh-huh.
is just it's not like medicine. Like
These
I'm
are
telling
from
you to
psychics.
take it.
yeah, it's not
Yeah,
something.
no,
We
this
just
isn't
listen to
this isn't a
psychics.
psychic. This is
Oh,
some other.
okay.
This is some speculation. We get a
Intel.
mix of spiritual energy, but a lot of it comes from crazy intel sometimes.
Yeah.
But they do say that some of the psychics have said that when the country breaks off, if it breaks off physically or spiritually or whatever it is.
Ma, your dream powder, your bean, your whatever. What's what you like? Salted caramel or whatever. It's so good. You've been on
I've
these
been doing
for
the brownies.
you've been on for a year. You're sleeping great. You're feeling
Uh-huh.
good. I mean that's
And
really.
I'm feeling good.
If you want to feel as good as my mother, you should just try it. Just
Right.
try it. I mean, why not just try it? It's good shit. I've tried it. I slept like a baby.
No, it's delicious. It's
Yeah.
like a little milkshake before bed. It works, no side effects. It really does a lot to reduce stress because before you go to bed all the time, you're like, oh, am I going to be able to sleep another sleepless night? But it does give you a great, restful night of sleep. I should know. Nothing works for me. I mean, I tried Ambien, but you know how that turned out. This stuff works.
Yeah.
Other sleep aids can cause next day grogginess, but Dream contains a powerful all-natural blend of reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, apigenin,
Jenin.
apigenin, and melatonin to help you fall asleep and stay asleep and wake up refreshed. Those are 3 different things, and they're all very important. The ultimate sleep refresh for the new year. Try Beam's best-selling Dream Powder, and get up to 40% off for a limited time when you go to shopbeam.com/Roseanne and use code Roseanne at checkout. That's shopbeam.com/Roseanne and use code Roseanne for up to 40% off.
And I think it's more about America. If America really ends up under complete destruction, if they really want to break the petrodollar as much as they say they want to, if it's gonna happen, I know they're pointing fingers at Iran a lot. They're trying to use that as a way in, the way we did with Iraq. I feel like that they want to blame all the arsonists, not just on the homeless, but they also want to blame it possibly on Middle Easterners. Some of the people that we have found have been, not from America and stuff already that we've seen throwing cigarettes into the canyon and so forth.
Well, definitely they imported their ops.
Well, that too. Yeah. And sleeper cells and all these sort of ideas of what's going on. But we're in it. Like we're actually like in the midst of it, seeing people, the cameras in our house, the people that are robbing us nonstop. Like we hear them speaking, we hear their language, we know what's happening, and we're running our own fucking operation, it feels like at this point.
Your house is being robbed nonstop?
We got robbed twice last year. Now we're fortified. There's but we used to just leave our doors open. Like we didn't give a shit as a neighborhood, and it never felt. And I'm New York 80s. Like I'm used to crime. It's not like it's it's not something strange to me. Right. The homeless thing is not strange to me. Like I used to walk over them in my neighborhood, high five everybody I knew. I would help everybody on my street and they would help me. It was like we all had a relationship. But there's a different energy now. It's just it's a really dark, different energy.
It's evil.
And it's controlled.
Yeah, it's totally controlled.
Yeah, it's controlled. So. And it just feels different.
It feels like it's simmering.
Yeah.
It's simmering like a hot pot.
What was the intel?
Okay, the intel was that.
Oh yeah.
I'm here to keep everyone.
I'm a major digressor.
Me too.
I won't even remember what I was talking about.
Me either. I never do.
I've brought notepads.
You're still young.
I know. I write down what you're saying to remind you.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Because I have to edit.
I needed that back when I had a show. Maybe
the intel you were saying.
Oh yeah, that if and when the state would be gifted to another people.
This state would be gifted to another people?
Another people, yeah. And then another time from a different source.
Well,
that was...
Would it be the people who originally owned it?
Who knows?
Oh, who knows? Okay.
Who the fuck knows?
Al-Qaeda get their own state?
Yeah, but
Yeah, that could mean the drifting off and hooking it up to China.
Well, that was what the last piece that I had gotten months later said, that the nationalists that are here ready to go, because I'm sure you've heard about those towns that are all over America that are like they're fully established towns of Chinese people.
Yeah,
and they're living there, and they're just but they don't leave it. It's this thing like in the middle of America in different areas. And
I wrote a sitcom about it.
You did? Oh,
that
so
my agents are trying to sell, and of course nobody wants it. But it's all about the Chinese, and the American farmers.
Well, they had police stations in New York. Remember that?
Yes, the police stations in New York. But no, it comes and it goes. Yeah. It just it pops up and then it disappears. Defund the media. But they said that that the Chinese would take over for a while there's no American rule.
Right.
And they'll fall in their footsteps. But
what do you mean no American rule? What are you saying? Now, wait a minute. Is that saying that Trump
I don't know.
I don't know either. Are you scared about that Trump's not going to get inaugurated?
I am.
No, I think he's going to be inaugurated. I do. I don't think they got their shit together fast enough. Are you going to DC?
I hope he doesn't do it in DC, because I have dark feelings about that.
We're not going for that reason. We're scared.
Yeah, I'm not going either.
No,
we don't think anyone should go.
And he shouldn't call for it to be there either, because, they are really evil.
I agree. I think he should not even do a whole
Yeah.
I
thing.
said that too. They said he needs the crowd size, and that's true.
No, he don't.
He will want a large crowd.
He
there.
loves
No.
that.
He does. So
I
think
don't know
Sarah's
him. You
good.
know him, right?
Well, I mean,
He likes the crowd.
He
he
does.
does like the crowd, but it could be in a secured place that could be secured by the army or something.
Yeah,
I don't.
I don't know either.
I'm scared. I'm
anything
not
right now.
relaxing till the 21st. I'm
I'm
worried about it.
think that people should start becoming more afraid after the 21st.
Really? Okay.
I hate to say that.
I think that too.
I
I
hate
thought we
to
were
say
in the
that.
clear. If
I
you're
really hate saying it.
Because they're really going to start fighting then.
I think that if she won, they could do their normal what they do. They do what they do, and it takes its. Like, they could ramp things up with her there too, and they
Yeah.
could do things faster, quicker, less red tape. Now they have another plan. They have to go to plan B, and they're going to have to do things. I'm sure he has some people with him, like some of the choices that we're all like, this is a strange choice. This is a strange choice. I hope that those are choices to keep people close and to sort of try to navigate what's happening.
Yeah,
sort of be
I
a
think he
snake
always
a little
does that.
bit,
I think he does
Can you
that.
give me like who are you talking about? Or
I don't
you
know
wanna
because
say?
I
Okay.
took
She
a
just
nap.
has a feeling.
I took a nap after he got elected. I was like, you know what?
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm
me
happy.
too.
I'm good. I don't
Me
need to
too.
know what the fuck's going on.
Me
Then
too.
now they're picking everybody, and
Yeah.
everybody's at war. Now the conservatives hate each other.
Yeah.
Now everybody hate. Now the people that are awake, they're like, you're not awake enough. Now you're like at this level awake, and we're at this level awake. I'm like, holy shit! I'm taking a fucking time. I'm
that's
taking a little
exactly
break.
what
That's
I
what we
thought
did
I'll
too.
come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them get
You know.
it sorted out. Because I am, it's been a long time. And then they, I don't know, they do a little bit of a carrot on a stick for you to go, oh, it's almost over. And then when
Yeah.
you get to that point, it's like, now the storm begins.
The fire.
Yeah,
I feel like I woke up to this shit,
yeah.
and I was like, oh, I guess I
Does it
should
ever
pay
fucking-
attention again.
Do we ever turn the page and actually win our freedom from corporate hogs? Do we
mean-
ever fucking do that? Or no? We just fight and lose and win some. But the drain the swamp is kind of bullshit because it's like there's nothing but swamp.
I know.
There's nothing but swamp. How are they going to drain all that shit? It ain't nothing but
I
swamp.
believe that Kennedy, like, really. I just don't know if they're going to give him that. They're going to give him all that power to do the things that he would have done. I think that guy's not fucking around
Mm-mm.
when it comes
See,
to that
I
shit.
said when I told him, I go, you should have gone for vice president because
I
you
know.
would have won in 28. And then I was glad that he did go with Trump, but I'm like, he could be it on 28.
I know.
I love him. Hey, folks, it's me, Roseanne Barr. Now listen up, because the world's a little nuts these days, and I'm not about to sit around unprepared to being unprepared. That's why I got myself a burner. You heard me. Burner. It's a less lethal pistol launcher that packs a serious punch, and guess what? It's trusted by government agencies, hundreds of police departments, and private security firms across the country. Over 500,000 units have already been sold. Why? Because it works. This thing shoots rock-hard kinetic projectiles that'll stop any troublemaker in their tracks. And if that's not enough, load it with tear gas or pepper rounds that will incapacitate an attacker for 30 to 40 minutes. That's plenty of time for you to get to safety while they are left coughing, crying, and regretting their very bad decisions. The burner launcher lets you de-escalate a tense situation without having to deal with the complexities of using a firearm. It's legal in all 50 states. No permits, no red tape, and it's also easy to use. Anyone can fire it. Women, men, seniors. Heck, if I can do it, so can you. Burner gives you peace of mind without the risks of a firearm. So stop leaving your safety to chance. Get a burner, because sometimes less lethal is all you need to get the job done. Visit Byrna.com/Roseanne today to receive 10% off of your purchase. That's BYRNA.com/Roseanne. Byrna less lethal. The alternative to deadly force.
I do too.
But,
I do too. And that's how I got involved in a lot of this too, because I'd followed him for years, even before the pandemic. And then when the pandemic hit, I didn't believe anything that was out there. I was just like, this, and I was petrified just like everybody else, but I was like, this just smells bad. And as soon as that vaccine came, I knew. And my ex had written an album about the Bush administration, Shooter Jennings, and Stephen King narrates it as the last DJ before the New World Order and martial law sets in. And he loved the whole idea of it. And Shooter had written he's like, can I add stuff? Imagine giving him that album during the Biden administration and asking him if he would still do it, because it's the same administration.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same. It was a continuation. And there's a song called Summer of Rage. And there's a music video that I directed with my daughter in it. And she wakes up and she gets out of her own crib. She's this big. She goes to her parents' room and they're gone. And their bags are like, there's clothes everywhere and the TV screen's on. And it says, hello, your parents are now gone. I will now be taking care of you. The television will now be taking care of you, basically. And then there's images of her and her mom, me and her together. And there's like all these like exes going through it. Like, this doesn't exist anymore. This relationship's over, kind of thing. It's us now. Look what I can do. And then cars explode and she tries to leave the house and the TV's like, no, you're good. Stay right here. Let's take a bath. And then the TV's falling in the bathtub with her, to electrocute her. And it's all this footage running of, the famous, is it the Eisenhower speech? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. But it's all about mass vaccinations and FEMA's building mass graves, and that was in 2010.
Yeah, I know.
So, as soon as
what do you think's in store? What do you think's the best thing that could happen? I always like to ask
the best
people
thing.
that. Yeah,
I think
what could go right.
I think is the Grand Awakening. Forget about the Great Reset, the Great Awakening, and everybody who wakes up that, my son is always like, what if we're in a simulation? And I'm like, and so what if we are? What matters? Because they have these existential thoughts when they're 13, right? And what if this doesn't exist? He's like talking like some Nietzsche vibes to me. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. What matters is right now, you and me are sitting here and we fucking love each other. And that is what matters. And when you see, even like social media is such a cesspool, but sometimes you see things on there that I'll be hysterical crying when you see just an act of kindness, between people or an animals, old people for me.
Like just when you see the best of the human spirit portrayed, it is so uplifting. It's so cool.
It is magic.
It is.
When people cry over seeing that, like that emotion that takes over you when you see something beautiful happening between people, where it's help. It's usually comes in the form of people helping each other, people supporting each other. That's what I think we have to look forward to. I think more people are going to awaken to that, and that they need to really. It's going to be a different version of it. It's not just going to be like, hey, I'm volunteering on fucking Instagram and I'm showing everybody what I'm doing. It's like there's going to be real communities where the internet, I think, is not going to be the thing.
Yeah.
Where we're really back to the basics of how we got here. I hope. I mean, listen, I like all of our comforts,
Well, if they'll, it would always be best to go back to basics for sure, if they'll let us, but who knows what they got. I mean, geez, what they can do. They're doing some crazy shit with fucking robots, and they don't even need people. That we're just in their way.
I know. That scares me. It really fucking, it scares my daughter because she's so talented. and she's been and if I show her anything that's AI, I'm like, look how cool this is. She's like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know it. Don't even send it to me. If she Googles something and it gives her an AI answer, she won't click on the answer. She's only 17, but she's like, I don't want to know. And I won't support it, not even a tiny bit.
Good.
I'm
Good
like,
for
holy
her.
shit. I'm like, AI, can you tell me where the fires are right now?
Mhm.
Please. You know, but I do think that as much as technology's so destructive, there's the thing that they didn't account for, the people that run it all. They didn't account for the fact that there might be some people who are going to find more information on the web that they don't want them to find.
That's right. I think the very same way as you right there.
I mean, they get rid of it a lot. They get rid of a ton of it. But, X, I'm still asking questions. I don't think anyone should just get comfortable, even once Trump's in there, or anybody who even idolizes any president or anything, even though I love the movement. I love the movement,
it?
though.
It's up to the people. We have to
Yes.
fucking do it.
Exactly.
We have to be the ones that will run for office and, run for the school board to take care of kids. Like that's what they were supposed to do, not get on the school board to hitch up with a bunch of other pedos. It's supposed to be the people taking care of the kids. And it just went awry because everybody took their eye off the ball once they got, the women kind of bought off with the shit they bought the women off with.
It's all so fucking goofy. A lot of it.
Sure.
It's goofy. Like, I'm just like, even from the Me Too movement to, and I've been in all those situations, and I was like, all these chicks getting up on a platform, like, go handle your business. You got to do it all in front of a camera with a bunch of attention. You need all this attention all the fucking time. Like, I don't understand. This is a personal issue. Like, you were raped. Like, I don't think that you need to go. I mean, I'm sure shit leaks out, but everything just feels so destructive all the time.
Yeah.
Like, trying to hurt people all the time because people feel hurt. That's like, and the other thing, like with this whole virtue signaling movement too, it's like they're hurting so many people by pretending to love.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And all you're doing really in the end is hurting yourself. I mean, when Trump got elected and all of these, it was the 50-year-old white liberal woman. That was my mission in this whole thing, was
Mine
to
too.
convert the 50-year-old white liberal woman. That was the only thing I cared about. I couldn't convert any.
There wasn't a lot of them left though, because I tried to go for them too, but I didn't think that there was a lot of them left. There weren't a lot of liberal women
I think
that
there were.
were
So a lot
in
of
the
them came
working
out.
class. I mean, in the upper classes, there's a lot of liberal white women,
Yes.
but there weren't none of them left down here where you have to pay your bills.
Right. For sure.
Right? They're an elitist group.
A lot of them weren't white.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the white women are petrified. I feel like they're fucking petrified. I mean, I was one of them. I was one of these 50. I was exactly 50 when Don Lemon said on the news, "You're a racist."
Mhm.
And my little kid comes up to me and she goes, "So we're racists." And I'm like, all her friends are black and Hispanic. And we speak Spanish at home because I was raised by a Spanish lady. And I was like, I'm going to get back to you on that. And then weeks later, it's like, what's happening in Russia, Ukraine? And I'm like, I got to get back to you on that. That is how I started getting involved in all this stuff. Because like, what am I going to tell my kids? Like, I can't just say yes to whatever the fucking guy on the news said. I don't know this guy on the news. He looks like a sniveling fuck to me. I don't believe anything this man is saying right now. Did you ever see?
You got to give it to a black guy that just talks about what shit white guys are when he's married to a white guy.
Yeah. And
Is he married to a
Yeah.
white guy?
I
and
mean,
he sexually assulted allegedly a white guy.
yeah.
Grabbed
And
his
it's so
dick.
it's like,
so
That's
you
how-
know,
they're
why
all
don't you
that
just
way.
get a fucking divorce, you asshole? Why don't you leave the other men out of it?
wow.
Out of your personal fucking grudge circle.
It
But
is a
little
big
kids were
projection.
hearing that. Like, it hit my daughter hard. And then
Mm.
she went full Candace Owens. She was 10. She was 10 years old, and a neighbor on the street during the riots sent to the group thread in the neighborhood because they were talking about burning down our mountain again. And she was like, he sent me this Candace Owens thing, and all of the people on the block start assaulting him, that he's an asshole, that he's a piece of shit, that he's a racist.
Who?
My neighbor. So I see because he sent this Candace Owens. He goes, here's another perspective. And he was he was like the only Republican on the block, right? And all us liberals are like, this is weird. But when I saw everyone assaulting him, I was like, oh, I need to watch this. I'm curious now. And then my daughter hears it, and she's little, and she's like, can you send that to me, Mommy? And I was like, okay. And then before I knew it, and I never paid attention to it again. We were boarding up the fucking house because they were going to burn the fucking house down, whatever the fuck that was about. That was some Antifa shit. But
it's crazy shit.
Yeah, it was so nuts. It was,
they're getting paid.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, they're getting paid to go act like that.
Totally.
It pisses me off the liberals too, which I said I was one. And I said, but these kids that you're paying to go burn shit down and stuff, why don't you just give them a good job with benefits? You can afford that. Why do they have to be on the edge and die and go to prison for you? Why do you have to turn them into criminals? Why? So then you can make them go in the army and fucking fight your rich man wars? And it is all that.
So evil.
They could be giving them kids a decent fucking job.
Of course. It's evil. But and you said it before. They want you uneducated, and the schools, even, higher education is so important in my family. I said to both of my kids, fuck college, man. Yeah. Stay home. I was like, stay home. This is now about staying together.
Yeah.
This is about bringing back the community. This is about keeping families together now. This was always a fucking plan of theirs to dismantle every family. Kids should be independent, go off to fight a war, go off and become professionals. Unless you're going to become a surgeon or a lawyer, fuck school. You can learn everything on your own or at home with me. And we'll figure shit out. My daughter's a musician. She's, again, 10 years old. Can I have that Candace Owens thing? And then, when Candace Owens came to town, she said, Mommy, can we go to this thing called Turning Point in Arizona? I was like, what? Heidi's laughing in the background.
I saw you there.
I go, Heidi, my girlfriend, one of my best friends. I'm like, will you take us to this event called Turning Point in Arizona? She goes, are you serious? And I'm like, yes. She goes, let's fucking go. We were like, to us, Tucker Carlson had then become the new Axl Rose.
Oh, he is Axl Rose.
We were like, who are we? Like, these crazy liberal bitches. And here we are driving to Arizona. My business partner was like, you can't be seen there. I was like, we're going to be fine. I was like, fuck all of this. Good. I was like, I want to hear what they have to say. And I never felt more understood and at home.
Because they're talking about real people stuff.
Yeah.
Like, the price of bread and gas, not whether you have a penis
But
or
that
not.
particular one was like at the breaking point of what was happening.
That's the one you spoke at, actually.
I don't know. Oh no, that was the set. I saw you there at at that other one. This was before that. Okay. This was this is when the Democrats and the Republicans were
really
the conservatives were like saying, they were saying everybody come over here.
Mom, Noble Gold Investments. I'm not going to get into it too much. Everybody knows precious metals is where it's at. Buy silver, buy silver, buy silver, buy gold, roll over your IRA. We tell you every week. I just want to remind you.
You just want to remind them to get it done.
Get it done.
Because you do not want to wait till it's too late.
No, quit fucking around. Yeah.
Visit noblegoldinvestments.com now and bag up to 10 1-ounce silver Trump coins or a 10-ounce silver American flag bar with a qualifying account. That's RoseanneBarrGold.com, Noble Gold Investments. Protect your wealth while you still can.
Yeah, do not wait on this. If you want to do it, we're not pressuring you to do it, but if you want to do it, if you've looked at precious metals, don't wait.
We will house all of you.
Yeah, we wanted the big tent, yeah.
Yeah, this is not about politics. I mean, and my daughter and I were sitting there like, they would be able to reach every liberal.
Yeah, if they'd have like just a a little bit of a difference in a couple speakers,
Yes.
which they
Not
tried
even the speakers,
to do.
the
No,
topics.
they just tried to do. Yeah,
Even if they would leave abortion alone
Yeah.
for a minute
You can't.
and speak about it differently.
Yeah.
Don't shroud it in God, even though we're all God lovers.
I
You know,
agree.
when you attack the liberal with God, because they've been so conditioned
Yeah.
to believe that that doesn't exist now. That
Well,
that's
then
just
they
a
have to
fun
slip into
story.
the you're a repressive
Yes.
pilgrim, and
All
you
of
don't know
that.
what you're talking about. It's just
Yeah,
slips.
no one understands that you
Yeah.
don't have to be in a religion. You can just have a God faith. You could have your own relationship with God. You don't have to be a part of a controlled group. I mean, God knows. Do you really want to be a Catholic these days? You know what I mean? But
I do know what you mean.
yeah.
I can't believe they do though.
Oh, I
They
mean,
want to
I'm
be Catholic. I don't
I'll
know.
still go into that church because I'm still like, wow, this greedy fucking castle is the most beautiful thing I've
Yeah.
ever
It
seen.
is- they are gorgeous.
But it is.
And then I went, I went to all the, I'll talk about that another time. You have to come back and we'll talk about all the churches I've gone through all through the world
Oh,
that are
really?
just like stunning, gorgeous,
I love
gorgeous
them.
places. What? My hair? She's telling
You're
me my
fine.
hair.
Who? Oh,
But,
Did you want me to sweep in and come in and fix her hair?
Yeah,
it looks fine. Don't-
Yes, you look good.
oh, because I went like this. Thank you. Thank you for.
I can't believe how gorgeous you are now.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
are you crazy?
Yeah, no,
or
we
what?
we all talk about it all the time. Me and my friends.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because there was like a there was
the meme,
was it
the Madonna
meme?
meme. Yeah.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
Whoever thought there was going to be a day where Roseanne was hotter than Madonna?
Tell her what you say. It's my favorite thing you
I
say.
What do I
fucking
say?
love
I was
it.
like, your mom, you're in a meme where they're saying you're hotter than Madonna. And she's like, I've always thought I was hotter than Madonna.
Yes,
I
yes.
always was hotter
Is this
Madonna.
new? You were like, what?
I mean, she was thinner and, but she couldn't dance half as good as me. Let's be real. Never could she dance as good as me. And
she stole the crotch grab dance move that you did at the anthem, too. Remember?
yeah, she kind of did that, but she shouted me out, so I don't blame her. And then, of course, I sing a million times better than her. And, better style. I'm not gay. And not that
Lesbian
there's
witch.
anything wrong with, being,
Yeah, you were just friends
all
with
gay.
Sandra.
huh?
I said you were just friends with Sandra Bernhardt. You weren't in a relationship with
That's
her.
terrible.
YouTube.
I don't think they ever had sex.
Mm.
Sandra wanted to, and Madonna wasn't going down for it.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Literally.
And then Madonna went with Sandra's girlfriend.
Which
That's
one was
how
that?
it always works.
Which one was? Oh, the Shimizu. The Shimizu. Can't even believe I fucking knew that.
No, that was some other gay girl. All the girls in Hollywood, they run the world. They're gay.
Mhm.
Because I don't say lesbian. There's lesbian witches, and then there's gay girls. There's two types out here.
Lesbian witches and gay girls.
You didn't deal
Yeah.
with the lesbian witch coven when you were.
You never
I mean,
went
look,
to the
I was.
coven?
I'll be honest with you. I was like a half a dyke when I was a kid. So
Oh, half a dyke.
you know,
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, I went through every fucking phase there was. Like, I'm gonna get so canceled for just using that word, but whatever.
Well,
I mean, I
dyke?
considered myself one when I was a kid. I was all over the fucking place. I was a wild child.
Yeah.
But
But we mean the witch coven. We're talking
the
about
witch coven.
in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
See, I even though I was raised Catholic, raised with all that fucking psycho shit, but I never wavered from my faith in God.
Yeah.
I don't talk about it. I don't put it on blast. I don't try to force it on other people.
But so you never went in circles and danced around under the
No.
moon, like saying,
No, I like some of that
gotta
shit,
start
you know?
getting to where we get
There's
them to
no
cut
men.
off the little boys' penises in
No.
the schools.
Fuck that shit. And as a matter of fact, now
That's what they did.
I am so like, I'm a little psycho with my daughter because she's into the whole gothic thing, you know?
I had a goth. Oh my God.
yeah.
My daughter was goth. The bitch painted her whole fucking room black, including the windows, everything
God.
in the room, the dresser, the floor, the closet,
That's good. I wouldn't let Pamela
every
do that.
fucking thing. And just to get, and I was like, let her have her, but I wasn't doing the right thing because it was like, and then she only wore black and her hair was dyed black and it was down in her face like this.
Mhm.
And whenever we took a family picture, she'd turn her head so only the back of her head would show because she was not wanting me to support her doing that.
Oh, she wasn't.
No, but I thought that's what she wanted me to do, was support her being a fucking psycho. And
But
so
you let
I
her.
did. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Bama's like that, and I let her just do it. I don't care. I don't care about the look, but I do tell her all the time, you can do this, you can look like this, but she wears giant crosses. She will
I'm
not.
telling you,
She
keep
won't
an
fuck with a
eye on her.
pentagram. Oh, I am.
Keep it. You know what happened
Oh,
with
I
my
am.
daughter? I never would have said nothing. Well, then she had a girl move in and live in her closet for what was it? 3 weeks?
A witch.
I only heard about this on the podcast
And
like
I
last
didn't
year.
even know it.
I
A
didn't know
witch.
it
I
either.
was letting her do.
She
So,
she hid her in the
watch
closet.
them when
Oh,
they're
yeah, no,
doing
I'm-
the.
I
when
don't
they're
let her out of
doing-
my sight.
Yeah,
I followed her to the fucking CERN.
good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. She's not out of my sight. And if she wants to play music, I'm like, and I will be your manager because ain't nobody fucking getting near you.
Mhm.
Mommy
good.
is psycho.
Good.
I have
What
no other
kind of
job.
music does she want to play?
She plays like she's into like death metal and all that stuff.
Oh
but she's,
shit, that's so cool.
She's into dark music, but she knows, she just thinks, she says it. She's like, I just think it's all cool, but like, she has Bible verses on everything. She keeps herself very grounded, but she wants to understand all sides of everything.
My good friend Adam Carolla has gone and done the impossible. He's done a clean stand-up comedy special over at Dry Bar Comedy, of all places. I mean, Adam Carolla, clean? What is next? Me doing a Disney movie? But let me tell you, he pulled it off. It's smart, it's sharp, and it's actually really funny. It's part of Angel Studios, so it's not woke, and they actually care about comedy, and it's family friendly. Angel Studios also brought us Sound of Freedom. Those folks have guts, and they're putting out content that really matters. By supporting Dry Bar Comedy, you're supporting up-and-coming comedians and an alternative to Hollywood nonsense. We've got to do that. Go watch Adam's special now on the Angel app. Seriously, it's worth it. Just don't expect me to follow in his clean footsteps, but I think I could. I might.
You could do clean.
Go to angel.com/Roseanne. Support comedy that's clever, clean, and hilarious.
That's why she got so into the whole Candace Owens thing. She was like, I need to know what every side is about so that I'm not letting anybody make decisions for me. Not even you, Mom. So
that's a daughter to friggin' watch.
I know.
You're in trouble.
I got 3 of them.
She won't leave.
Watch everything
I won't.
they do.
She's like, I don't think I want to go to school. I'm like, you're not going. You're gonna stay with Mommy. Everything's gonna be great. Mommy's got you. She can't even boil fucking water.
Yeah. That's the other side of that.
I'm gonna Munchausen by proxy her. I'm gonna be like, you're never leaving.
But that is the other side of when they're gifted like that with that broad vision.
She is.
Then they can't tie their shoes or do their laundry.
Yeah,
or
she's
nothing.
definitely. We joke around that she's on the spectrum because all the kids like to say that these days. But the fuck does that even mean at this point?
I know what it means because I was born that way. I was on 5 or 6 spectrum. I have a lot of them, for fuck's sake.
Oh my God.
But-
dimensions. Let's just call it dimensions.
It is dimensions,
You're in a different dimension.
for sure.
Yeah.
Can you I hate to do this. I don't want you to get mad at me. I don't know if you will, but I want my mom to start an OnlyFans.
Yeah, because Jake said I should talk to you about OnlyFans.
You're doing really well. I looked into it. I saw the whole Tim Pool thing. He was such a fucking douche.
What did
So
he
Oh.
do? He's
basically
a weirdo.
called her our prostitute.
He's a weenie boy, isn't he?
He's weird. We went on a show. He was so fucking weird.
He was
Yeah.
weird to me too.
Doesn't Vanessa?
No,
work
I
he's
don't
weird.
think he
He's
likes
weird.
women. That was what I thought.
He's on the spectrum. I'll joke
Yeah, I
aside.
think he's just a little out there.
But he was
and
very weird.
He
and
attacked
aggressive.
me.
Yeah, it was
I
weird.
didn't really care. I always thought, my whole thing with him at that time, I don't know him.
Yeah.
I met him backstage when I met you. I don't even know if I met you. You were near me, and I was like, it's But I met him, and I was supposed to do his show,
Yeah.
and I was like, bro, we're on the same side.
It
Like,
was
what the
weird.
fuck? And me doing OnlyFans was not like an option. It
Right.
wasn't like I was
Yeah.
excited and I had a choice. I really didn't know what the fuck to do. It was
Right.
it was so genuinely like, what the fuck? I
See,
need
I
to
wanted
get
to
out.
talk to you about that because
Yeah, how do you do
that
this?
was
Like
one
a week?
option I would never have, is to go, I have to exploit how gorgeous I am for, so I can not go all the way under.
You
I
should
mean,
now. Come
no,
on,
but
girl.
look, I mean, what's
Yeah, how does
that
it do?
would
Do you
be
do like
something I
one a
wouldn't even
week?
know how
or-
to do.
I mean, look,
Give her
if
advice, please.
I don't really do. I mean, I'm on it. But like, I hear that there's like major porn on the site. I
No,
don't
but
know.
you look good.
Yeah.
You knew you look good and that you could attract attention enough to make an exchange of, whatever. But you knew inside yourself.
I didn't know.
You
I
didn't
didn't know. I took a shot. Originally, we were going to do a podcast on there that was controversial. That was about politics, because I knew I wouldn't get censored there. I was getting censored nonstop on YouTube with some other show that we had ages ago that was about the Sopranos, and I was getting fucking censored.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me not even waste my time there. My Instagram doesn't work. None of my social media worked because of censorship. And so with the OnlyFans thing, it was just that. I signed up, I went through the motions, and I was going to do a podcast with my boyfriend.
On OnlyFans?
Yeah.
That's what I told him, that I should do a fucking podcast on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of,
That's
subscription.
Well, I
you
mean, we
can.
could do that.
You can
You and
do
me
that.
could do that.
Yeah, that'd
I'll
be
sit
awesome
in your lap
fun.
with my panties on.
Well, that's why I say that. But the panties
I'll
thing
sit in
helps,
your
right?
lap with my panties on.
Those shows are not, the girls are all clothed.
Mighty
They're
panties,
cooking.
panties.
Does the podcast do well on OnlyFans?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's really done it. So I
Okay.
thought it would have
Yeah,
been
it would be
original.
cool. Yeah.
But I put a fucking picture up, and that was it. And then I
Yeah.
got out of my
Foreclosure.
the lien. First I was in foreclosure. Then Compass Real Estate could put a lien on my house,
Right.
because they gave me money to get out. They helped me out. So they gave me money to renovate during my flood. So, because my house flooded. Everything.
Jesus, everything goes wrong in that house.
Everything.
That house
is
I
fucking-
lost another house in a fire in 2015. So when this
Shit.
was happening, I was like, wait a second, I'm losing a house in New York. I watched my house fall to the ground in New York City in 2015 on the news. So I was like, wait a minute. I was like, wait, the New York house is on fire, falling down, but I'm sitting in the LA house, which is supposed to be on fire. Like, it doesn't make fucking sense. So yeah, I already lost a house in a fire.
But the
Oh my
OnlyFans
God.
helped you.
The OnlyFans got me out of big fuck, and then that changed everything for me. The
Now, did you?
thing-
The OnlyFans.
because I did it, I had to do one. My manager started sending me press things where people were asking if I would give some interviews, and I never did press because I hated fucking doing press back for a TV show, whatever. And he wouldn't respond for me. He's like, I didn't set up your OnlyFans page, so I'm not responding for you.
Oh, that's.
I was like, it's one fucking interview, man. You can't answer. You know I'm in dire straits. You know my life's falling apart right now. You can't answer one email on my behalf to fucking Fox News and just give a statement or do whatever. He's like, no, I had to hire a publicist. And then I hired a fucking publicist, and with Vanessa, and I'll give her a shout out, Vanessa Santos at Renegade DC. My life changed after that. And it wasn't just the OnlyFans. It was, I opened up Ultra Free to deflect from the OnlyFans thing, which is the clothing line about all of our freedoms and things. But she was taken with the OnlyFans thing. And I guess everybody else was, because all they wanted to do was talk to me about this fucking OnlyFans thing. It was viral.
Yeah.
And so I put another picture up. And then I put another picture up. And these are just pictures of me in my closet in the mirror, like, and I was like, all right. And the truth is, the mirror in my closet is like really foggy, fucking old. So I look fucking great in that mirror. So I was like, if I look this good in this mirror and I could take these pictures and I just got out of foreclosure, I'm not, but people come and go. They're men. They're fickle. They come, they check it out. They're like, she looks hot. And now I'm fucking out of here. And I forgot about her. And now this other chick is hot. You know how dudes are. But, but the OnlyFans thing is evolving into, I think it started out to be a fan page thing.
Yeah.
And then I think it evolved into pornography.
Mhm.
And now
For a
I
lot
think
of
it's evolving back into other things where we can independently make money
Yeah.
without having anybody fucking involved. But podcasts are like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that the OnlyFans just, it's OnlyFans. Everybody gets all giddy over it.
But you were never nude on there, were you?
Um,
Did you go all the
I
way
have
nude?
I actually have nude pictures waiting to go that
Oh.
I haven't used yet.
Oh,
Because
You're
I'm like,
waiting till the subs
because
go down.
I don't want to be nude. I don't want to do nude.
Well, that's how you're going to make money. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're going
But
to
she's
have
saying she didn't do
Not yet.
nude yet, so I could do like my say. I could
Start
like
with feet.
I could do
The
my
feet make the most
thing
money.
with my sweatpants.
tied around.
Fucking lumberjack flannel.
I mean, but what does that feel like to know that you, I don't know, maybe you can't
Knowing
put it
that-
into words because you didn't not feel it or anything. It must be really cool to feel that your beauty can garner a lot of male attention. That must feel cool.
I think when I was young, I never thought that I looked great. I never really appreciated my body or what I look like. I always kind of, I was good looking. I was a good looking kid. Was I the best looking girl? I was unusual looking. I looked weird compared to everybody
you're
else.
unusual. You're unique.
Yeah, I looked a little different, and with that, I leaned on that as far as the beauty thing went. I never, and on The Sopranos, I never would have been hired in that show if they were looking for a series regular. They would have gone for somebody more famous, I guess, or something. I don't know, or even more put together in some ways.
No,
So
you are so perfect.
Yeah.
I think
That
David,
was
when David brought
perfect.
me in, though, it's like he created that part with me, sort of. Like I became that part because the part never existed. It wasn't like he was casting for that role ever. I was never a main character until later on. But so it became about Adriana. And the OnlyFans page is about Adriana. It's more her
Oh, okay.
than it is even
So
me.
you could do Roseanne Connor OnlyFans.
Yes, it should
She's
be.
dead though.
Let's do
Even better.
Roseanne and Adriana together. Huh?
Not
We're
a bad
both dead.
Roseanne.
We're
They're
both
dead.
dead.
We are both dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they killed us.
That's
both
even
off.
better.
Oh yeah.
We're angels
We're
coming
angels
to
from
save the
another
world.
dimension.
From Newsom.
Yeah, we're coming to save the world from the fucking Joker.
From the fucking demons.
Yeah.
He is the Joker, isn't he?
I can't believe the way he spoke about his Marshall Plan,
Yeah. how
LA
scary was that?
2.0,
In the middle
so-
of people not having a place to go.
and more fires coming.
That's what you think it's the smart
He's supposed to
city
be a
thing, right?
sociopath.
Like
Yeah.
we're all on the same page on this.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's a smart
the smart
city.
city, they're like they did in Lahaina, they burn it down, they're going to
Yeah.
rebuild it 2.0.
Yeah, they come and
smart
buy it
cities.
for
I think
dirt
that
cheap.
they're
Chinese
gonna
facial tracking.
definitely. I don't think the Vanguard and BlackRock owned any Palisades land, and now they
Yeah,
do.
they do.
I know a lot of people don't want to believe that story. A lot of people want to go to other places with it all, but
Why? It's
Like
fucking
where the
crazy.
Bundy Ranch. They want to
I
go
don't
there.
know. But you know what's also that no one's talking about? There's a lot of the smart meter talk, like
Yeah.
all the reasons and all the
Yeah.
hows, and
The dues.
but no one is. This is really. I want Schellenberger. I want him to investigate this for me. Schellenberger, this is where you need to go, to the Santa Ana Watershed Authority. Santa Ana Watershed Authority. They've been spraying the skies so intensely for the past 3 months. They've always been spraying the skies.
Yeah.
We always see it. A lot
Uh-huh.
of your friends
Other
will be like,
people
"Shut
are
the fuck
saying
up!
that
It's
too.
contrails."
Yeah,
It's
the
great." It's like,
chemtrails,
but I've been
right.
obsessed with it for a long
Mhm.
time.
Me too. RFK
And
too.
Joe
yeah.
Rogan swears it's just
Yeah, she's,
mist from. He told me
He
I was
does?
crazy. Yeah.
he's CIA
Really?
though, but anyway, that's another show.
Anyway.
So,
So you
I
were
saw
saying.
I saw some shit. I thought,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
he's whatever.
Mhm.
So you were saying
Um,
chemtrails, Sawa.
So do you know about it?
No, I just put it together.
Okay, so
I assume that's what
Santa
they're called.
Ana. It's the Santa Ana. Yeah. So they have it on their website. They have a water. They have a whole thing about drought problems and
Mhm.
how they assist. They also have a whole thing about cloud seeding.
Right.
It's right there.
Yeah.
You can see it. There's no conspiracy. There's no
Right.
woo-woo. Oh, nobody's doing that.
No.
When you start to explain to people that there's grids in the sky,
Yeah.
and they're like, no, they've paid, I think it was Disney. I'm not sure who it was, but supposedly, have you heard about this? They actually paid the film companies. They spent millions of dollars
to cut them out.
to put
Or
them
to
in.
add, sorry, yes, to add them
put
in.
them in.
put
Do you
them
know
so
about
that,
this, Ma? To add
No.
chemtrails in
to
the
put
old movies?
chemtrails in.
So it's
So that kids,
conditioning.
people can't say that this didn't exist before.
That is true. That is true.
But a lot of the
did
patents
know
and stuff, I think, started in the 40s
Yeah.
because I know Ultra Free has a shirt that has poisoning the air since 1946. I don't know why we used 46, so that might be a number that's the thing.
I didn't see any of them till, and I mean, I was always under the sky. You know, before I got famous, I was working outside. I never seen any of them till, I guess, I never seen any of them in Colorado either.
I remember around the 2000s. I don't
No,
think
it was not till we came to Cali that
Yeah.
I saw any of those.
We used to talk
They're
about it in the
intense.
old days in Gundo.
Yeah.
when we first
It's
started
really
seeing it.
bad.
Yeah. So
And I feel different when I'll know
Yeah.
on a certain day, like before I even leave my house. I'm like, it's got to be bad out there
Yeah.
today. It's got to be bad. I'll feel heavy.
Mhm.
My head will pound. My nose doesn't stop running.
Mhm.
The kids will have strange allergies out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's,
the fog a few
Um,
weeks ago.
yeah, that crazy
Yeah, I didn't
fog
experience
shit.
the fog stuff as much.
I did. She got
um,
sick.
You got sick. Oh, that's when you got sick too. But I'm telling you, the what they're dropping from the sky right now, and this is really fucked up, is super flammable. It's so they're covering
We've
all
got
this green.
to get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
It's not just here. When I went
Yeah.
to Switzerland, it was insane. I was like, I'm so far away from home. Let's see what the sky, and I've never seen the sky sprayed more than I did there. But they're doing it everywhere. But there are a few states that have asked for bans on it, like Tennessee did.
Yeah.
I don't know about Austin.
I think Alabama got it banned too.
They did, and I
Like
don't
West
know if
Virginia.
they're keeping it up or not. I
Yeah.
don't. Do you know Jessica Suda? I think she said that she didn't see him in the skies, but I don't fucking know.
Why do they think they can do any fucking thing they want to us? I mean, how come there's no laws going, we have to protect the people who pay our salaries.
It's insane.
Otherwise, who's going to pay our fucking
We're
salaries?
slaves.
Yeah.
To them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's insane. Like they work for us and they are hurting us and killing us, and we have to pay them fucking tax money to kill us more. So we're basically paying them to kill us.
Yeah.
It's we are insane. We are
We're
fucking
insane.
insane.
That's
at
who
this
has
point.
to wake up.
But that's the thing. We know it's the other 50% that we're trying to convince how do we rise up? Like, how do we take a stand? Do we stop using our credit cards? Do we stop using our fucking money? How do we make changes? I remember when they were really pushing those 15-minute cities they're talking about it in London.
Mhm.
And there were all of these people that were saying, just go in and use your money. Use money, legal tender, no more fucking credit, anything.
Yeah.
And just show them that you are in charge. And without you, like if we stopped using Amazon and we stopped using all of the things that they give us, we just refuse their fucking, but here's the thing. They spray that shit onto our crops.
Yeah.
They spray that shit into the soil. All the food is contaminated. They're already fucking with our foods with the whole CRISPR shit.
Yeah.
So all
And
of
water,
the food is,
like you said.
yeah, the water is going to be fucked up here.
I don't know if I hope
Well, we have a well in Texas.
I hope Trump is.
That's good.
I mean, I think he's aware of. I hope.
I think
is.
RFK certainly is. I think Maha, that's actually why I'm scared, because I think if they do nominate RFK and the Maha movement really does start, I don't know that they're going to let him do any of this shit. They're not going to let him stop the FDA or the chemtrails. They're going to fucking kill him like they did his dad and his uncle.
Yeah,
don't
think
know.
the chemtrails should be the first thing.
He
not
talks
even
about
the
it.
food.
Yeah.
Not even it should be the chemtrails first. In my,
I agree,
personal
because it
opinion.
falls down, and it probably has atrazine in it, which is why everyone's trans.
I mean, you can't control the air you breathe. You
No.
can control
I
what
don't.
food
We
you
might
put
be
in your
too
mouth.
far gone.
Might be too late. Well, on that note, let's
On
give
that
a
note-
positive.
Well-
but there's some. I mean, being in small communities, not going to school, keeping your family,
Not
close,
going to school
wells,
is a
generators.
real good one.
Well,
Yeah.
Not
get-
doing that.
Be around other like-minded people that love you and that you love, that is a good start. It's as good a start as any.
Boil
Yes.
some water and put it in jars. That's a big one.
Ferment your foods.
Hmm.
Well, we literally have a well that's pumped up. But of
Yeah.
course, if the ground's toxic, the well water's toxic. But at least you don't have to
Yeah,
worry about
well.
the chemtrails on it.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Put it
The
in
chemtrails freak me out.
Me
That
too.
has to be the first thing. And
I've-
you know, that I think it played a big part with these fires too.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
Because
if
they
they
were
can-
doing it maniacally for the last 3 weeks.
If they can
I was
cloud seed
clocking
and
it.
make it
I
rain,
filmed it all.
why didn't they
You
make
did?
it rain?
Yeah, because I'm so mad, and
Yeah.
they can control the rain. They can make it rain. They can stop
That's
the
what I'm
rain.
saying.
They,
Why didn't they
they
make
can
it rain?
dry the atmosphere, and that's what they're doing. And
Well,
now,
because they want to burn
watch-
it down.
what's going to
they did
happen on
on
the East Coast right
purpose.
now? You're going to watch the East Coast freeze over right now.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it there, and they're going to cause unprecedented freezing cold weather. And then what if the grid goes down? What if the grid goes down? Everyone freezes in New York? Like
Mhm.
what's going to happen? New York, just the whole, of course I think New York because I'm fucking Italian, but the whole East Coast, you know.
So what are you saying?
Midwest.
You're saying they're actually going to destroy the infrastructure of America. Starting. And
I
They've
feel
been
like
working on
but
it.
they're really
The
gonna step it up now 'cause
trains, the
Trump's in.
boats.
they're not trying to do anything. I mean, you take something as simple like a microcosm of a power line on Mulholland that some Porsche ran into. So I heard some guy talking about it, and they show the pictures of this power line, and it's like a toothpick left of the bottom of the power line. It's a wooden. It's a big wooden power line, but they never fixed it. They have caution tape around it. It's on Mulholland. Like that is the biggest fire pit.
Mhm.
You know, Heidi was telling me a story about how they were replacing them with metal power lines, but because some, you know, hippie in the park saw that that they were trampling on, I don't know, was it milkweed or something, some you know, some kind of agriculture that sure we all want to save, but not at the expense of human life right now in the windstorms. So they wouldn't replace any of those power line the wooden pieces from to metal. And
I mean, being a communist is a certain sort of mental illness,
Mhm.
and they
a
should
lot
not
of
be
work.
allowed to fucking hold office.
Yeah.
Because it is a mental illness where you believe in a pretend world where you have to keep killing everyone who doesn't agree with you.
Yeah.
That's a
think-
mental illness.
But do you think she knew that she would be part of degrading the city this way? Or do you think that
Who?
Diane
like
Bass.
Diane Bass, or do you think the people above her, I think Newsom knows, but I don't know if he's that intelligent.
I think
They're
it's
all commies.
Yeah.
But
That's
do you
all
think that,
commies want is blood. That's
Yeah.
why they got. That's why they got the hammer and the sickle. It's
so
'cause
they know who they're serving?
Yeah.
they
I think so.
want blood. That's why it's red. They want blood. That's why I was so happy when the Republican thing turned red, because when we were kids, it used to be better red than dead, because that talked about Russia. They were the Reds,
Right.
the commie Reds. Well, now we're the Reds, you know. We're
I
the
know.
red hats, and they're the blue commie bastards.
We're the white hats.
Yeah, well,
I think it's all by design. I'll just say that.
it's
before we
all
wrap
by
up.
design, and
Yeah, I
all
do
they
too.
do is every 4 years flip it. Hey, the people are pissed. Hey, gas is $400. Throw the bums out. Okay, let's flip it. We threw the bums out. Now we got these bums in there. The gas went down $2. Yay! 4 years later, throw the bums out. Flip it.
That's
He
why
just
I like
raised it
Trump.
again.
Well, that's why I like Trump, because you can see the way they're going after him, Republicans and Democrats. He must be for real on some level, because before that it was Bush and the flip to Gore and all what she's talking about. They hate Trump. They absolutely hate him. So he must be doing something.
And everyone's a
Right.
little freaked out now by
Yeah.
how he was cracking up with Obama.
I know.
Yeah, I
She-
was
she
freaked
didn't
out
like
about
that.
it. What did you think of that? I tried to read their lips and shit.
I'm still very, you know, I never like really got inside with anybody.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it was the message. The message was wake the fuck up. That's it. Wake up, be aware of all of these things. They happen to be talking about it on the right now, so pay attention to them on the right. But this could fucking move back
Yep.
over to some other fucking name of a group. Who knows?
Yeah.
All I
exactly.
know is like I'm team humanity, man. That's it. I am
Right,
team
exactly.
love, and like I'm like a real fucking hippie in my head. Not like the hippie psyop, whatever, but like I really fucking care.
Yeah.
You know, I really fucking care a lot when like I said, like when you see
You
people
just want
love
the right
each
shit
other,
to, for
you know.
once, happen.
Yes.
Because it could. That's why I
could.
say the right thing, everything could go right. It doesn't have to go wrong.
Right.
Just this one time, it could all go right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the frequency needs to be raised up. Like,
Yeah, I do too.
the human frequency, it's just like we're so far behind in our evolution, I think, in so many ways. I mean, I feel like it every day. I'm like, God, I wish I could do something more. Like, I don't even know what to do. I wish I could be a fucking superhero.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could go put those fires out with my hands, you know?
I know.
But man,
But there are answers, and so
yeah, I don't
we
trust
just have
any
to
of
get
them.
them.
I don't trust any of them, but I do want to trust my neighbor. You know, I
Yeah.
want to believe, like the whole Trump movement. I wanted to fucking so badly believe in all of it because they're talking about the right stuff.
Yeah.
And that was what I was trying to show any of my friends that didn't quite understand. I'm like, no, you have it wrong. Just get over here first, and then we can figure out if this place is safe. Like right now, we're just fucking dodging bullets.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
so true.
nonstop trauma. Nonstop trauma, particularly in blue cities, because you know they make their most money on trauma.
yes,
That's why they keep on inflicting it. But let's say goodbye because I'm old and
Yeah, I want to get you home. It's 5:15.
Yeah.
get home before the winds blow.
Yeah.
But I am
That's-
so happy to have you and host you and talk with you, and we got to hang out too.
Yes.
Yeah, we should definitely hang
We
out
need to hang out
and talk
And
about
then
the
we
New
can
World
talk the
Order.
Oh,
Well, let's
talk
come
about
have you
the
back.
real shit.
Well, I'm excited because this is the 4th time we've tried to record this with you
Yeah,
guys.
we're
The
so
first
happy it
time
finally
we went into
came.
labor, we had sickness. So this has been actually the first time we booked you was last April.
No,
Yeah, that's when my baby was born, April 27th.
Yeah.
is that?
We've been
oh
trying
my
to do this for
God.
almost a year.
The
so I'm
world
so happy
has
you
gone
finally came.
crazy since then. Oh yeah, we were in Austin.
Yeah. You were
You
at the
know what
Minds
I
Fest.
want to do? Speaking of saying that the New World Order, what I want to do, and I've asked people this, I want to get people that really know shit together and talk
Yeah.
about the good stuff that's going
Like
on.
a good Davos.
I love that.
You know, because there's a lot of really good stuff.
I like
There
that.
were a lot of underground organizations formed during the whole, you know, people that were trying to get Kennedy elected and all that stuff. And I feel like those organizations still need to be, you know, in touch because I think shit's going to be weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do too.
Do you
I
know
think
any of
it's
those
gonna be
people? Hook
weird.
us up. We want to go
Huh?
to the meetings.
No,
Whoever
we
you're
want
talking
to.
about.
I want to have like a summit or a salon or a dinner. I've already talked to everybody about it. It's just I need to go back to Texas.
Yeah, everyone's in
Everybody's
Texas.
in Texas
Yeah.
now.
You
I
need to
know,
come to
so
Texas.
I need to go back.
Get out here and come move with us.
Go live in Texas with us.
You don't have to live in Austin. There's plenty of places around.
There's plenty.
Where
of
we
other
live is
places.
country. It's beautiful.
Are you guys out in well, you shouldn't talk.
Well, no, I'll
you're
cut it
done.
out.
This is done,
It's-
right?
I'll
Yeah,
tell you
let's
after.
say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
wrap it up.
Okay. That was the wrap up smear. And we definitely enjoyed our conversation today with Drea. Thank you, Jake.
This was my favorite.
This was
Oh,
great.
thank
For
you.
real.
conversation.
So I was texting Hannah that it was the best
I'm
ever.
about to be in so
Ever.
much trouble.
Good. That's what we do here.
Wow.
All right, thank you.
They're coming for my house next.
So you see,